Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here. Welcome to Ministry in a Minute. So we've been talking about the kingship of Christ. And one of the primary reasons that is important that we realize that Jesus is on the throne, that he is the King of Kings, okay, is so that we can have peace and security as we look to the future. Okay? One of the hardest things to deal with in our culture as Christians is an understanding that this world is not the way it's supposed to be. We believe in Jesus, but we still see that there's sin and pain and suffering around us. And the reason that is because the way God set this up is that from the time that Jesus ascended to heaven until his second coming, we have time to bring people into the fold. It says in Matthew 24, until all the nations have heard the gospel. Okay, we've got this time period to collect people. But make no mistake, Jesus is coming back. And his kingship, the fact that he has authority, reminds us that even in a broken world, we can have peace. Because his second coming, when he ascends to his forever throne, his eternal throne, should be is a guarantee. And on that guarantee is where we stake our claim to his promises. Okay? It says in Revelation 19, I saw heaven standing open, and there before me was a white horse, whose rider is called Faithful and True. With justice he judges and wages war. And then it goes on to say, on his robe and on his thigh he had this name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. See, Jesus is going to come back. And Jesus is going to judge the living and the dead. He's going to wage war on all sin. And, a few chapters after this, it says there's no more crying or pain. Now God's people just live with him forever. In the meantime, we struggle through this world. Okay? Our role is to fulfill God's call in promoting the gospel and bringing people into the fold. But what we look forward to is a promise, and that our King made us, and that our King is the only one with the authority to make, because he is the King of Kings. He was the King of Kings in the Old Testament. He was the King of Kings at his birth. And at his second coming, he's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. It should give us hope. Keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, because that's where our hope is. We'll see you tomorrow for another Ministry in a Minute.